The other day, I made a video because I ended up in the emergency room from my heart doing what I thought at the time was AFib. It turned out it was premature atrial contractions, which is like nowhere near as bad as AFib, but still obviously not good. And it was cool. They did basically I went in because I was worried. I didn't want to die in my sleep. And then everybody was great at the emergency room. Like, truly, they set my mind at ease. They were like, no, it's not AFib, it's this. And, it'll probably get better in a couple days. You need to take less caffeine because I do a ton of caffeine. And you need to get, don't stress so much about stuff because I tend to stress about stuff. What they didn't say, which is what I think it actually is I think it has to do with electrolytes. Because when I exercise, I will sweat a lot, like an excessive amount. I've just always kind of been like that. And then I've been exercising outside, like in my back little patio area, and it's been pretty warm. So it's like, I can easily lose like 8, 9, 10 pounds in a workout, just from water. And because I don't really eat any carbs, when I sweat or when I pee, I don't have anything to hold in the excess like glycogen, so I lose a ton of extra sodium, extra potassium. So I'm still trying to figure that out. Honestly, it's been like 5 days or 6 days since I went to the ER. My heart is still doing the thing right now. But I mean, it's freaking me out a little bit, but I mean, I'm still alive for now. But like, my girlfriend's like, hey, do you want to go back if you're having it real bad? And it's like, well, I would love to, just in case it's something different, or they only monitored me for a few hours last time. Maybe it's not exactly what they said, because I've definitely been trying to get my electrolytes right. I've never had anything like this, so it's like, it freaks me out. Like, I don't know if anybody's ever dealt with something like that, but it's like, it's my damn heart. It's like being able to feel it do that. It's a little bit freaky. Definitely not normal. And I was trying to figure out the electrolyte stuff, like with Claude, like a couple of the different AIs. I just kind of ask it stuff, and I'm like, I take this and this, and because I take a ton of different supplements, just so it could help me. Like, I already have my own theory, but I want to kind of run it by Claude. Like, what does it think? And so I got on like the MyChart thing, where I could see where they did my blood work and everything from the ER. My bill for being in the hospital for a few hours, or being in the emergency room for a few hours, they gave me electrolytes, like or they gave me, I don't know, a bag, whatever, like electrolyte fluid bag through an IV, okay? And they took blood so they could run the blood work, and they monitored me. They put electrodes all over my body. I couldn't have been there more than like 5 hours, maybe 6 hours, something like that. There was nobody else in the ER. It was pretty empty. Like, we got right in. How much do you think the bill is? Did you guess in the thousands? For sure over 1,000. Anybody, if you go to the ER for anything, it's over 1,000. It's over $6,000. I don't have insurance. It's over $6,000. I think it was like $6,152 or something like that. I don't know. I'm trying to forget. But that seems like unreasonably high. I mean, that I didn't anticipate it was going to be that much. I mean, like, so shit like that just bums me out. It truly does, because like now, you know, fuck, man, I'm not gonna, like, if I go back to the ER because I'm worried about something, like it'll be another $6,000. Like, are you serious? That adds up fast. Like, that is like an unreasonably high amount for a few hours in the ER. Like, it's not like they did a CAT scan or had to, like, you know, fix a bone or, you know, anything. Like, they gave me electrolytes, took blood, and monitored me. You know what I mean? There wasn't even, there's not even any intervention there. They didn't give me any medication. They didn't give me anything. They were just like, oh yeah, it's not AFib, it's this other thing that's not as bad, and you're good. All right, see ya. Like, they didn't fix anything. Yeah, so that definitely doesn't help my heart. It's like, that's a little bit more stressful, for sure. So hopefully this goes away and I figure out whatever kind of electrolyte thing I need to figure out, because I don't want to go back. Like, just that in 2026 in America, like, I work, I make, you know, decent money. The only reason I don't have insurance right now is because I'm in like the interim where you have to wait for like 6 months or something like that before you can actually get put on a company's insurance. The only reason I don't have insurance. Like, at my last job, I had their insurance for, you know, 10 years or whatever it was. And it's just because I switched jobs, I'm in between. So what a time to have like a heart issue. But nobody should have to be in that position, I don't think. Like, not just for myself, but for other people. Like, that sucks. And it makes me jealous in a weird way, envious, or just kind of agitated that people who are like no income, because before I got this job, I was unemployed for a little while, and I had to go to the ER because I had like an infection like right above my eye, and it fucking swelled up, and I was like, oh shit, I got, like, it was like overnight, it just swelled up, and I was like, hell no, going to the ER, I'm not going to lose my eye, you know. Even though I tell people I got a glass eye all the time because it squeaks when I rub it, but I don't actually have one, and I prefer to keep it that way. But I went to the ER for that, and that was the same thing. They didn't do anything. They just checked and told me it was fine, basically, and set up an appointment with another doctor. That was over $1,000 I was probably only there for 15 or 20 minutes that time. But I figured it'd be $1,000 because anytime you go to the ER, I figure it's at least $1,000. But because I didn't have a job, so I was like zero income, it was like I didn't have to pay the bill. Like, whatever the financial aid or whatever, I'm like, they're like, do you have insurance? I'm like, no, I don't have insurance. They're like, okay, so you're cash? I'm like, yeah, I guess so. But you know, I don't currently have a job right now. And then that puts you in a different category, I guess. So it's like I'm very grateful. I'm very fortunate to have a job. Absolutely. But it's kind of a messed up system that if you have a job, it's $6,000 for a few hours in the ER. But if you don't have a job, it's free. That seems, I just feel like there's got to be a better system than that. You know what I mean? Because like $6,000, that's definitely more than what I make in a month that I actually like take home. Yeah, yeah, for sure it is. So like, what the hell? So I'm going to try anything. Instead of going back to the ER, I'm going to try like potassium, because I take a ton of electrolytes. I take a ton of supplements. I think it's literally just because I sweat so much. Oh, and conversely, so one of the cures or treatments, or I don't know, people online for the same thing that I have, they will take taurine, because taurine helps for some reason, aside from the electrolytes, but I'm going to do all the electrolytes. Sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, those are electrolytes. But taurine is also one of them. And then they said arginine, which taurine's an amino acid, arginine's an amino acid. But arginine leads to nitric oxide production, which is essentially like putting oxygen into your blood, basically. Just kind of like guys they go to the gym. If you take a pre-workout, it has like things that produce nitric oxide because it'll help you get like a pump, like your veins will stick out and whatever else. They're more so than normal. A thing that like a precursor to arginine is citrulline. So you could take citrulline and it converts into arginine and it actually lasts longer in your system. So you get like it's better. A lot of the pre-workouts changed from arginine to citrulline because citrulline gives you a longer like half-life of like the pump stuff. And then just for general health for like, I don't know, a year, something like that, I was taking Cialis, which is like, I think it's called Tadalafil is the generic. I was just taking generic Cialis, but I mean, you take like a really small dose, like a normal Cialis pill, I think is like 20 milligrams. But if you, for daily health, fellas, you take 5 milligrams, it's one of the best supplements, like for your heart, for your brain, for just overall cardiovascular, like respiratory, everything system. I think the Brian Johnson, the Don't Die guy, I think he showed a couple of studies, and just by taking the 5 milligrams of Cialis daily, it lowers your all-cause mortality by something like 30%, I want to say. Please double check me on the numbers. But it was enormous. It was like up there with like sauna and up there with like, exercising 5-6 days a week. Like it's crazy healthy for you. And I just stopped taking I ran out of it, and it's kind of hard to come by because it's like illegal. You got to have a prescription for it, or you got to get it like through, I don't know, gray market suppliers, and you can get it and they change like one atom and then it's called like amino tadalafil or something like that. I don't know. But I ran out of it like 4 to 6 weeks ago, somewhere in there. And literally when I was talking to Claude, it hit me about that, because if the nitric oxide production from arginine and citrulline is helpful for this kind of thing, well, then that's what the tadalafil does. It oxygenates your blood. That's what helps people with erections and everything else. So it's just crazy timing. He said it takes like a month or something like that for like everything to kind of go back to normal. So I'm like right in that window. So I might have been helping myself with some kind of blood oxygenation that somehow affects my electrolyte balance and just affects everything. And I just recently started like working out again. Like it's only been like a few months, or it's only been like a couple weeks that I've actually been like working out again. And I don't do anything easy. like I go at it when I do it. So it's like, I haven't been working out in a while. All right, first workout back 2 hours, second workout back 2.5 hours, and it's 90 degrees outside. I'm out there sweating. So definitely, yeah, jacked up my electrolytes. Cross your fingers for me, or say a prayer if you're into that shit. I'd appreciate either. Thank you. And also that they changed their mind on the bill. That would be cool. But I'm going to figure it out. My video yesterday, Memento Mori, all this shit is stupid because you have to die. So I'm not going to stress about a bill, even though it might kill me. But either way, I love you. Have a great day.